All right, everyone. So let's begin the session.
Four, three, two, one.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to each of you for joining us today for the official launch of AIRDOC Insight, which is AIRDIT's cutting edge AI powered document intelligence service. I am Shafia, and I'm truly delighted to be your host for this exciting and insightful session. Today is a significant milestone for us as we are unveiling a new service that is set to redefine how businesses can handle documents with precision, privacy, and intelligence. But before we dive into the heart of today's launch, I would like to introduce you to our special guest speaker, Mr. Harish. Welcome, Mr. Harish. It's an honor to have you. Please come forward and share your insights.
Thank you. Thanks, Shabir. So, when I saw the brochure and then looked at the whole thing, I was quite excited because in my past, I worked in large companies across finance
Mm.
and IT, and I know how difficult it is to actually look at documents and then ensure compliance against them. When we are looking at these contracts and specifically on contracts with terms which are ranging from transaction linkages to overall limits that we hold, it's extremely difficult to go through each page, convert them, and then making it happen and trying to bring those checks and balances within the system while we are doing the transactions. I can see that that gets bridged over here in a fabulous way. If it can extract things and then maintain masters as defined in the contract, then I think most of the job is done. So in terms of compliance, this will be a boon. When we look at transactions where you are showing some of the invoices and invoice being extracted and seen, again, this is an area which has large implications for the transaction processing industry, and I'm sure this will be of great help for almost all the finance folks who are looking at balancing them. There are multiple other uses which I can see by sheer extraction methods which are being seen here. Even when you look at some cash applications while you collect payments against invoices, so most often the value that is received has a PDF attached, which will have the linkages to the gross invoice, what are the deductions, and how it needs to happen. So those, if the AI can read it and then do it, then it will be fabulous. And what was more interesting is, you don't need to actually train the system and it starts working right from the beginning. Is is really a wonder. I'm saying we need to actually work on this more and then make it work, usable. There are umpteen number of use cases that can be seen where this will be of great help. And I'm actually, as we speak, consulting for a couple of companies where they are looking at solutions around this and how do we actually make this work. Most often, this is outside of the SAP uh, network, and therefore the interactions will always have challenges. Whereas when you are bringing it on BTP and using the I think we will have solved a large problem that the industry finance guys are facing. Uh, Finance is one part of it. There will be legal compliances. There will be other compliances which can also be met. And I think the LLMs use the general model that is arriving where you are able to interact with a contract being loaded shows very clearly that it has generative AI capabilities with which summarization can happen, and there are large deals which happen, even on mergers and acquisitions. This can be of use because usually the exchange of documents will be very large for people to every time go through the changes which have happened and all will not be simple. I think we are. It's a great product as we see. I see a really bright future for AIRDIT. And so that's where I would like to conclude. Congratulations, very well made. The team I could see are young and bubbling. I'm sure there will be a lot of improvements to come. All the best. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for such great insights. Okay, so now we are also joined by some esteemed guests from across industries who have always supported AIRDIT's vision of innovation. So let me introduce them too. So I'll start from Mr. Lakshmi Das, who is Associate Vice President at HFCL. Uh, Welcome, sir. And Mr. Dhananjay, who is IT Head at International Tractors Limited. We are great to have you, sir. And let's start the session. So now we'll move on the spotlight of
Thank you, very
today's
thanks.
session. That
Thanks.
is, yeah, sir. And that is AirDocs Insight. So now I wanted to invite Mr. Vishwa Mohan Kumar, who is the visionary CIO of AirDit, to share his insights and the inspiration behind AirDocs. Vishwa, sir, please share your insights about AirDoc.
Okay. So Tanmay, can you share your screen, please?
Yes, sir. Just give me 1 second.
So in the meantime, I will start actually. So thank you, Harish ji, for your very encouraging words. So we are committed. In fact, before we start about AirDoc Insight, which is one of the product of our AI Center of Excellence team. So our vision is to and we are committed to bring the next generation use cases, which includes SQL agents, RAG based applications, AI agents, and give a seamless experience to our SAP and non-SAP customers. So whatever models that we have deployed here, okay, we are talking from the SAP perspective as of now, but all these models are built using containers, and we have kept the feasibility of offering these models to even customers who are maybe not BTP customers. If they are SAP customers, whether they are on BTP environment or non-BTP environment, all these models could be hosted. But we are encouraging all our customers to be on BTP to have a seamless integration experience with SAP. So we have tried to make it generic without training, and the main motto here is to bring the actual use cases, the actual problem to address actual problem statements of B2B customers. So I'm welcoming all the guests again along with my team. So thank you for spending time on maybe extended weekend and sitting on Friday evening. I really appreciate your time. So here we are. We are going. We are launching today. AIRDOC Insight, which is our first service from our Center of Excellence team. And this AIRDOC Insight is AI powered document intelligence services, specifically tailored for B2B customers. So how it is tailored for B2B customers, my colleague will show you. Okay. So as I was saying that, we are committed to give, all our customer, SAP customers, non-SAP customers, use cases in AI, and we wanted to make sure that their return on investment uh, you know, gives a feeling that AIRDIT is a different partner, and that is where we have started this initiative almost 1 year back, and we have gone through a lot of things and a lot of basically learning. So entire team was learning a lot of use cases, all the jargons and everything, and finally we have started building use cases. So here, the first service, which is AirDoc Insight. Okay, so what it does. So let me explain you, which will be followed by the demo. So we are doing the AI document extraction. So what we have done is any document that you bring, for example, if you bring a contract, if you bring, invoices, if you bring a bill, it can do justice for that document in the sense that it will bring what you need. And this is where I'm saying that it is tailored for B2B needs. So you can extract data from any document. Okay, what we are doing is we don't say that we are covering all sort of documents as of now, but lot of type of documents we have basically built the use cases. So one of the very good use case is the data extraction from contracts, which Harish ji mentioned. So generally, master service agreements or contracts are maybe 10-20 pages long, and we lot of times miss reading a lot of things. So what are the risks involved? For example, let's say the other party is sending you to sign a document. What are the risks involved? Even maybe you have given some document to be signed by the vendor, whether he has really skipped some part of the document. Who will check all these things? And this is where the our use case comes into the picture. So as I said that you can this entire document extraction is AI powered. We use LLM, and I will basically tell you that how it is secure. So in the next slide, go ahead. Okay. So there are a lot of solutions in the market which does the normal OCR extraction, but we are not limiting ourselves to only OCR extraction. So we are giving much more user convenience in terms of our service. So you can and we don't say that you can do more only, like you can do basic stuff like invoice data extraction. So any hard copy you bring, whether in the form of PDF or image, you can extract data from invoices, which, like for example, let's say you are implementing vendor invoice management, you want four-way match, you wanted to extract the data from invoices rather than basically paying a huge amount of money, because all these cloud services which are there given by Azure, AWS, they charge a significant amount of money. So our pricing and everything is very will be very, very competitive. Secondly, there is no training required in terms of basically in terms of model training and all. You don't have to supply many documents and all those things for training. So now our our main USP here goes with security, because some people will ask that, okay, if like I can also write a proper prompt on chat GPT and then I can supply the document and then get certain things from there, but where is the security? There are a lot of companies who have banned chat GPT in their premises, because we are not sure that how our data is getting used by chat GPT or maybe even Azure or so. So this is where we come into picture, and then we say that our design is secure. So your data stays private. You are not exposing your document outside, your own tenant, outside your BTP. Tomorrow, let's say some customers say that we don't want to go to BTP. We wanted to have it on Azure. So it is not going to go out of your tenant. So that security we are giving. We are having end-to-end encryption. Okay. Like as I said, that your data is secured within your tenant, and like as of now, we are proceeding towards being GDPR compliant. So what we have done is we are not sending your document to any open AI or or basically Copilot or something. This is totally local. So what we have done is we have hosted it into BTP as of now. Tomorrow it could be hosted on Azure environment as well. So go to the next. Okay. So obviously, you have efficiency, you have like we make sure that we are having some 80 to 90% accuracy. You will definitely save cost here. You will be having compliance, and you can do better decision making by, like, let's say you are doing a contract scanning. You understand that whether you are doing the right signature on that contract or not. So as I said, that our main our main USPs are, you don't have to train the model. Second, it is totally secure. Your data is within your tenant. There is no need to call any APIs. You don't have to send your documents to any API. Everything is local, and you don't have to spend much. And also the entire B2B use cases which you really want, you really expect from a LLM, is given here. So that is from my side. So I would ask my colleague Srinidhi to take it forward from here. And thank you again one more time to join this event. It is really a pleasure and a proud to host all of you here. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks,
So,
Vishwa.
yeah.
Vishwa, just a quick question, Lakshmikant here.
Yes.
So all this data is going to be stored in SAP you are talking about. So any agreement or what's about the document, invoices, all the documents are going to be in one source, right? Whether it's going to be AWS or Azure.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
From there, your AI engine is going to work.
Yes. We are not going to send the data anywhere. Either, like, let's say if you are keeping it in SAP BTP, you can use SAP BTP Object Store Service. If you wanted to keep it in let's say blob storage, so you can use Azure storage services. But your data is yours. It will not be sent anywhere. It will be local, and then everything will happen locally. So you don't have to bother about your security and data going out. Okay.
Okay, fine. But I'm looking at a larger picture here. Basically, it's not only few documents, rather the entire organization document to create a digital library per se. Then
everything will be stored.
blocking your
Yeah, everything could be stored, everything could be scanned. What we are showing you as of now are 3 use cases through which you will come to know that this is how you can basically empower, empower the entire unstructured data with decision making and all. And as I said that as of now, we are going to show you bills, expense bills. We are going to show you, contracts. We are going to show you invoices. But for example, if it is, scanning invoice, it is going to scan PO also. But we are going to show you the possibilities. So I think just hold for few moments and
No
you
problem.
are able to see that. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. So over to you, Srinidhi.
Yeah, hello everyone. So Srinidhi this side. So I'll be sharing my screen and I'll be walking through the live demo of the product. So hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, so this is the UI. So here there is a section divided invoice, contract and expenses. So here we can basically in the invoice section, I can upload the invoice. So I will choose some of the invoices that I will upload. So maybe I'll choose some invoice and I'll upload it. So once I click on upload, it will be uploaded to the desired storage where we have configured it. So as of now, it is configured to be stored in BTP. So it will be uploaded to the BTP and it will say uploaded successfully. So now the status is pending because it is not yet verified. So if I open this, so it will navigate me to this particular page where at the left hand side, you can see it is showing me the preview of the document that I uploaded. And at the right hand side, so it is already analyzing the document and it already got the document, like it extracted the content from the document and it is showing the text here. So here, if you can see, this is the invoice number 24379. So in the invoice, this is the number which exactly it has extracted. And then the total amount it has extracted, which I can see here from this particular invoice that I uploaded. So since there is no PO in this particular invoice, it has left this particular field as blank and it has extracted the date from the invoice, which is here. Then it has differentiated between the provider and recipient. So our model is intelligent enough to differentiate. So you can see here it is supplier and customer. So even then it does. So it doesn't matter whether what is the keyword given here. So we have trained it with sufficient invoices such that it will recognize itself what is the provider and which section belongs to the recipient. So it will distinguish between that and fill the respective details. So you can see here it picked the right supplier and it has provided here, and also the recipient it has given. Also it has given the GST which is present here. Then it has also given the PAN. So actually PAN it is here. So it understood that the PAN belongs to the supplier and it has put it here, and all the details about recipient also it has given here. So these are the fields that we are showing, but it is not restricted to these fields. We can even show them more. So here, as of now, we are showing the main important fields that will be interested in invoice. So this is about the invoice extraction. So now here I can see the contract. So the UI looks similar. So here there is an upload button. So I can choose the contract and I can upload the contract. So I will pick some contract and I'll upload it. So again, it is same. This contract also will be stored into the BTP storage, like where we have configured it to store. So now if I click on this, so here you can see the uploaded contract. It is of the 5 pages. So I uploaded a contract which is having 5 pages. So we have built model in such a way that it will scan each and every page and it will come up with the details. So it will cross verify again. So it will scan the pages, it will cross verify them again, and then it will extract the details and come up with the details at this side. So you can see it has extracted the content. It read the contract entirely and then it came up with the insights. So here it has given uh, scope of the agreement, obligation of the confidentiality. So then all the details. So what can be done, then governing the law, like what is the jurisdiction, inter agreement, amendment, notice, survival. So what are the consideration that needs to be done? So everything will be given here. What is the duration? So in this, as we all know that in contract there can be so many different questions that might be arising. So what we have done, we have given a interactive bot here, which will go through the contract if I ask some question. So I can ask here if I want to know what are the risks involved. So I can just say, tell me the risks involved with respect to first party, let's say. So now I can ask this question to the bot. So if I have any more questions, so then I can ask this assistant, then it will go through the document and it will come up with the its suggestion. So you can see here primary risk. What are the primary risks? It is already telling that liability, then breach consequences, compliance with Indian law. So it will come up with this. Then I can also ask it to give sentiment analysis maybe. So I can say, give me sentiment analysis for. So this time I'll ask for the second party, let's say. So now, so I've given this as a prompt. So again, it will analyze the entire document and it has come up. You can see it has identified which is the second party and it will give me the sentiment. So I can also ask it to. So likewise, any questions if I'm having, I can ask. And also I can ask where exactly this thing is coming from. It will point out in the document where exactly it is there. So like elaborate on risk and point out the page number. So something like this, I can ask for first party. So if I ask this question to the assistant, then it will analyze that. So you can see it already came up with the approach and it will precisely tell me with page references. Like page 3 to 5, it has given what it extracted. So it will also highlight the section 5.8 to 5.9 says this and so on. So whatever questions we might have, so it will give that. It will also give the suggestions. It can also give the score and much more things. So this is about the contract. Then we also have one more we have done, which is expenses. So
one more thing, Srinidhi. I feel that you also had given option apart from this chat. You also had given option of showing the risk involved. For example, let's say AIRDIT is the client. Okay. For example, let's say we are selling this solution to maybe international tractors, or HFCL. So once like we go, can I see on the first glance only that what are the risks involved from HFCL for the document that I'm signing?
Let it scan. I'll show you that here.
And suggestions also, but what it should be.
So it is telling what are the important clause that we need to note. So here critical determination legal applies and outline specific method for exchange legal notice, which is essential for a proper legal proceeding. So if a portion of agreement is deemed, the rest of the agreement remains valid. So like this, so it will give the analysis already. So here we have restricted some things. So we can curate this particular contract details, which is shown at the right hand side according to the requirement. So we can customize it and show it accordingly. So whatever is needed, so that information can be shown here. Along with the section, it will point out exactly where it is taking the information from and it will give that. So in case if I need more details, I can anyway ask this assistant to give me more details.
So and everything is local.
Yeah, everything is local. So I can also ask what give me suggestion for risk mitigation. Give me uh,
Maybe you're saying that you wanted to mitigate the risk, right? So
yeah.
what should be there? And
So what
I've
can be
also
done?
seen, yeah, I've also seen that you have shown that, for example, like let's say if it is a long duration contract, it suggests that it should be not signed for 3 years. You could sign for only 1 year. Those sort of things also it does, right?
Yes, 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 sir. Like it will also measure the time period and it will suggest what can be done in order to reduce the risk. So here you can see it is already suggesting some things to do.
Okay.
So restricted access, limit access to this particular thing to do the thing. Employee training, you should conduct a comprehensive training for all personnel. Confidentiality requirement adhere to establish the protocols. So if I upload some contract which is for very long period, then it will definitely suggest based on the other content, not only based on that, like it will go through the entire contract and then it will come up with the proper approach, like how the risk mitigation can be done.
Yeah.
So it will give suggestions. So that's why we have given this assistant here, because contract is not a simple document. So you might have n number of questions. So it can tackle everything, every single of them. And
Yes.
yeah, it will guide you.
Yeah.
And
So
everything happens locally.
yeah. So and this one here is at first glance, we are trying to give the overall experience of and then whatever is left behind could be asked through the bot, right?
Exactly.
Okay, fine.
So as of now, we integrated it into the contract. It's not only limited to the contract as such, so it can be done for any of the thing, any of the documents.
Yes, yes.
So similarly for the expense, so we have developed a use case where it will go through the expense and it will come up with whether the expense it thinks as a valid or it's not a valid expense. So now if I see this, so it will analyze and you can see it has telling that it is thoroughly verified and found it is authentic. So now if I upload any other expense, let's say maybe
So here
something.
the use case goes like this. For example, like let's say we have a expense management system. So what happens is like there will be lot of this one genuine document, non-genuine document would be submitted. So this is where based on certain criteria, it basically it basically tells you whether this is a genuine document or not so genuine document.
Yeah, so this is an Excel screenshot. So it identified that and it is highlighting there might be an unauthorized modifications. So it is saying that this might not be a genuine. So which is definitely correct because Excel can be modified. Whoever is having access to modify, they can modify it without knowing anything. So
Yeah.
it will.
In this case of some handwritten bills also, it will identify that it looks like not genuine. So that can be flagged as part of your expense management system, which basically admin could take care. So for example, let's say you have Concur or you have maybe any expense management system, or let's say you are taking expense management solution from AIRDIT. So like all these basically services will be enabled in those products as well. So I think that's all from your side, Srinidhi, right?
Yeah, that's all from my side. So we have planned so many more features to this as the roadmap. So we'll be improving our bot. We'll be improving the uh, efficiency and accuracy of our model. Yeah, so that will be going on.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Srinidhi, for that comprehensive walkthrough of AirDoc Insights. Now, if anyone has any question related to it, you can please feel free to ask. Anyone want to ask?
Srinidhi, any multilingual support it is there inside that? If any bills come in local languages, then we can able to extract that or we can verify it.
As of now, it is for the English and English digits.
Mhm.
So if that use case arises, then we can definitely fine tune our model in order to detect that particular thing. So yeah, that is a possibility. We can achieve that.
Or one more thing, just like most of the places I have seen, just like you can just like selecting that as a PDF file. Any possibility if any of the vendor is sending bill as a JPG format, so it is
Yeah,
also
definitely.
possible to extract that.
So it supports
Yeah.
both image and PDF. So if the user is uploading an image, it will automatically detect that it is an image and it will extract the content out of image and it will give the same. Whatever happens, that's everything happens same. And if it is a PDF, it will extract the content from the PDF.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. This is great.
Srinidhi,
Yeah.
so as you told, it supports PDF as well as JPG file and all. So as of now, what is the accuracy of that?
So are you asking accuracy in terms of what exactly?
Extracting that thing.
So if you are comparing accuracy for the invoice extraction, so as you already saw, it was very much accurate. The accuracy ranges around 95%, I would say. So because it can identify almost everything for the most complex invoice if we are uploading, then it can miss some of the points. But yeah, it will be on an average, it will be around 95% accurate.
Okay, okay, thank you.
So, like we have basically guests from various organizations. So you could also ask few questions if you have. We would be happy answering those. So as I said, as Srinidhi mentioned, that it could basically extract any document, and it's not basically we are hard coding that we are just extracting the data and giving it to you. We have put some intelligence in terms of what is needed for contract. In contract, obviously risks will be involved in bills or expense bills. Like genuinity is the main ask from the organization. In invoice it will be only the invoice extraction part. So this all these documents are separately handled by our service. So that's the main USP of this. And other than that, it is fully private. So we are not treating all documents in the same way. We are treating all documents in slightly different way. So any questions like Shafia, you can go ahead one by one to the guests.
Yeah, okay. So before we run out of time, I would like to request our guest to share a few words about AirDoc. Mr. Gaurav, you want to say something about AirDoc so far, your experience?
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
Gaurav ji.
Yes,
yeah.
Gaurav
Please
this
share
side
your
from
insights.
International Tractors Limited. Basically, we are using this doc services from SAP from last 3.5 years, and till now we have, I think, around processed 9 lakhs documents with that service. I wanted to know about that. Actually, I joined bit late, so this tool that you guys build on BTP, or you are giving the demo of SAP's tool.
No, no. This is built on BTP by us, and our basically per document cost is around, I think, 1 by 10th. It will come around 1 by 10th of what basically is being charged by SAP. So it is built on SAP BTP, but there is no compulsion. The model could be deployed in any environment. If you basically
Okay,
want to
and
host this, yeah,
another question for that: is there any limitations
no limitations,
for mapping templates and all these things?
nothing, nothing.
So we can map endless. How it is processing the invoices then?
See, as he showed that, any invoice format you give, it will be able to scan that.
Okay, and what about the QR codes that have been mapped on that have been placed on the invoices? Will this OCR be able to extract that QR code
Yes,
information
yes.
by our
That,
own choice? Let's suppose if
uh, but-
there are two QR codes placed on the same invoice,
correct.
but we want the information to be extracted from particular one. So
Hmm.
template mapping facility is not there
Hmm.
as in you. So how this will detect which information is correct or not?
That basically you can tell us that. For example, you can tell us
That
that.
is customizable. I mean to say that flexibility will be there.
Yes, 100%. So we
Okay.
can give you a customization where you can say that this is valid, this is not valid, and that basically could be that could be respected by the LLM use, like LLM service that we have built. And
Is
I just
this
said that there is no restriction on any invoice format. You go ahead with any invoice format, any the contract format, and everything.
another question that I wanted to know handwritten invoices. In case some cases we are getting some handwritten invoices. So
Will be taken care of, sir. Will be taken care of. No worries.
OCR is from SAP side or you guys have
Completely it's our model, it's AIRDIT, nothing used, nothing basically coming from SAP, anything. It's just hosted on SAP BTP to tell, so so that if you have, let's say, taken BTP, it comes by default with you. The hosting platform we have taken SAP BTP. It could be hosted on Azure also, anywhere, because that model is a container which could be hosted on any platform. No restrictions, nothing basically being used from SAP. It's completely AIRDIT own service.
okay. That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah. And it will be much cheaper than what basically other cloud vendors are basically like. Customers can come to us if any lesser price service is there, we will give further discount on that.
That we'll discuss.
Yeah. Fine. Any like Shafia, go to other
Yeah. Mr. Shubham, you want to share some insights? Shubham sir, are you there? Okay, maybe he's not there. So, Harish sir, any few words before we conclude this launch?
Dhananjay ji was also there, I think, here.
I think I've already given my view.
Okay.
I think there are innumerable use cases where it can be used. So we are just, this is the tip of the iceberg actually what we have seen now. There will be a lot of cases, including on IT companies where RFQ, RFPs are responding and all that, we can look at it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Okay, so let's conclude this launch. Before concluding, I just wanted to say a few words to our guest. So we look forward to your support in taking AirDoc Insight to the next level. And if you have any queries, you want a demo or anything, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to connect and explore new opportunities together. So thank you so much for being with us today and making this event remarkable. And until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and stay intelligent with AirDoc Insight. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.